Welcome to iHeartGeek.
And welcome to iHeartGeek, the news edition. You look different.
I did something different with my hair.
A little bit?
Mm-hmm.
You're not Kosh.
No.
You're not Blythe.
I'm still friendly.
You are.
And I can sort of mess around with the YouTube stuff, but I'm just Miss Geeky Paige.
Well, once again, we have a different anchor today. Yeah, because no one likes me. I smell funny, I think. That hurts.
I wasn't gonna tell you, but
okay.
You brought it up.
So we're gonna discuss all the news that is news. First off, I want to talk about is the Spider-Man deal. What is your thoughts on this? Okay, so first thing we hear, Spider-Man is no more in the MCU, and now we hear he's back in at least for this one movie. So what do you think about all this?
I personally think Sony made the right choice because I think they realized that their Spider-Man movies are not very good unless they give them to Marvel/Disney to do something with. So I think it's going to be financially, unless Raimi does them. I'll give you that. So I think it's a really smart financial move for a huge money-making property for Sony.
Yeah, but that's definitely got to be a kick to the ego. Like, you can't take this character that you've had for 20 years, and I think that's got to hurt him a little bit. Because let's be honest, there's a little bit of a pride game. However, Sony is they have new live-action movies coming out with Morbius and Madam Web, so that means the Spider-Verse franchise is definitely going to happen,
busting wide open like a spider egg.
Well, I'm telling you what's going to happen with this is the more they get this universe, they're trying to integrate it. Instead of being in the Avengers universe, it's going to be the Spider Universe. Yeah. And honestly, when you see what they did with Into the Spider-Verse, it's
pretty amazing.
If they can do that live action, we're good.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Holland will be gone, I'm sure, and let's start over again.
I believe he's got a 5-movie deal, but we'll see how that works. I mean, he's in his 20s now. Okay. And Peter's 17.
He varies.
17,
depends
18,
on which version you read up.
In the movie verse. So we'll see how it works. I mean, this one's not supposed to come out until July of 2021. So who knows where we'll be at after that. And I guess it probably hinges on the success of this one.
Yeah. Let's move on to the ultimate topic of discussion over the last month and a half.
In my world.
In your world. The CW, Arrowverse, whatever you want to call it now. What's the latest? Every time we do these, there's all this different news.
Something new. Crisis on Infinite Earth has some really fun and amazing new, since last time we told you about this, new people that are coming in to take over roles. So a lot of people will be really happy about this. Tom Welling and his lovely Lois Lane from Smallville will be reprising their roles of Lois Lane and Superman in the crossover episode.
I'm hoping it's Kingdom Come Spider-Man. Hoping it's a Kingdom Come Spider or Superman.
Brandon Routh will actually be Kingdom Come Superman, and there's a photo of him in the suit. Check it out. I posted it to our page. It's awesome if you like that kind of stuff. And also, Supernatural fans will really be excited about this too. You know who you are. Cast member Ostrich Chow will be joining the crossover as the new Adam. Brandon Routh is actually leaving the show at the end of the season. So my thought is that Chow will be taking over the role of the Adam permanently for however long he's going to be in the show. It also could be that Brandon Routh may stay as Superman, occasionally popping in and out as Tyler Hoechlin does on Supergirl.
Now, that version of Superman on Supergirl is so bad. I'm hoping that he takes over.
I like it, but I think it's just because I've been so starved for Superman that smiles.
That's a good point.
So I like it because he's kind of a happy guy, and Cavill is not. Now, my most favorite one that has come out, and you guys will know why, Linda Carter is in talks to actually come back as Wonder Woman.
Yes, so, boyhood dreams are coming true all over again.
Please, Linda Carter, come back as Wonder Woman.
If she's listening.
If she's listening, because if you are, I'll faint. But, so yeah, that's my favorite part. And that's everything I've got so far on Crisis of Infinite Earths for you guys.
Now, real quick, something I want to discuss, which I think is amazing, going back to what we were talking about with Chow taking over as the new Adam. I am 100% for this. Not necessarily because I've seen him as an actor much, because I haven't really seen a lot. But the fact that you can have diversity and stick with the comic books, it was that character was originally written as a white guy, and then it eventually became an Asian gentleman. I'm happy with that. There's no question. It's not a social justice thing. This is just comics, and it's for us. Yes.
And from what I understand is he's not coming in as Ray Palmer from a different multiverse where he ends up as the Atom. Nope, he's going to be Ryan Choi, that Atom from another multiverse.
Which is the current Atom, actually, in all the comics, so if you're reading those or not. Stuff. Okay, and as always, we have Disney Plus news.
So much stuff.
There's so much crap. I'm sorry.
Just sell Disney your soul now, because you know you're going to want to. Because we're going to say gargoyles in a minute.
There will be no more shows on TV.
Nope, they're
all on Disney Plus. New cartoon lineup just showed up. This is the only thing that we have on this one for this week. We talk about them every week. So, Tailspin.
Yep.
Yes. I hope they have the original voice of Baloo, because he was the one that did Tailspin, because he was so good.
I believe it's the original Tailspin cartoons that are going to be on.
Oh, they're doing nice. They're not That's even better.
The originals from when we were kids.
Nice. Then Rescue Rangers, which I haven't seen since I was a freshman, so I missed that. Darkwing Duck, which I'm getting a second chance to get into because I never did. Let's get dangerous, but I'm going to give this one a try. I'm a little older now, and my favorite is DuckTales. Props to the new one, but I would love the classic episodes. They're perfect. I wish they wouldn't have messed with it as much as they have. Yeah. All-star voice cast in the new ones, but there was just something so magical about the older ones. And then finally,
Gargoyles.
Yes.
Now, I know a lot of people are excited about Gargoyles. I was not into Gargoyles, don't judge me, but this gives us a chance to get into it. But I know a lot of people are really excited. The entire seasons, the whole series of Gargoyles will be placed on Disney streaming as well. And as a side note, a lot of their original films that were on the Disney Channel, like Mr. Boogedy, Return to Space Mountain, Rock and Roll Mom, all of those
terrible B movies.
The Black Cauldron as well.
Oh,
will
really?
Also be placed on there.
Oh, that one. Wow.
So they're dumping a ton of the older material in there for us to enjoy it. So just sell your soul to Disney right now. It's inevitable.
If you haven't already, we've all gotten our Disney chip with the little Mickey on it.
I've been Mickey jacked.
And let's move on to our Jason on location.
Jason on location.
We sent him out there, but we don't know where.
Jason on location.
He's riding his trusty polar bear.
Jason on location.
Hey everybody, PB&Jason here, and I am so excited because I just got back from one of the most exclusive interviews that any geek podcaster has ever gotten in the history of geek podcasting. Boy, this is hard to breathe in. Okay. I was blindfolded and given an official mask by the Tulsa, Oklahoma Mass Vigilante Division of the Police Department. I was given an interview with them to discuss Watchmen, the HBO special coming on, the HBO series coming on that was created by Damon Lindelof. And it takes place 30 years after the events of the famous graphic novel by Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons. Wow, those are... okay. What's so funny? What is so funny? I don't see what you guys think is so funny. This is a very important interview that I got with that... What? Something... Okay, look. All right, look. I don't know what you guys are laughing at. This is some serious business here, okay? Basically, this is not a laughing matter. This is serious. This is an official mask of the Tulsa, Oklahoma Police Department. And now back to you guys.
Well, thank you, Jason, and that was disgusting.
Yeah.
I hope those were clean first. I don't know. Okay, so let's discuss the thing that's at the heart of all geeks right now. Princess Bride reboot. studio wants to make it happen. Carrie Elways does not want it to happen.
No one wants it to happen, but the studio.
Yeah, and I honestly can say this. If it comes out, I might watch it, but I don't foresee us ever doing an episode on it.
Probably won't watch it. I'll be honest. Reboots happen. We get it. Remakes and reboots happen. They've happened throughout all of Hollywood history. There have been 12 different versions of the Maltese Falcon. But some movies shouldn't ever be remade.
No.
And I think The Princess Bride is one of them because it is, if not the perfect movie, it is near perfect.
Can I ask you this? Would your attitude change on it if it was a sequel and maybe Fred Savage, they're both the same, starts reading to his son, like, the second chapter?
Only if you give me Inigo Montoya as his adventures as the Dread Pirate Roberts.
That would be fantastic.
But I will only accept Mandy Patinkin as
and he
Indigo
can't play
Montoya,
it anymore.
And he's a little too old to be out saving the universe.
Little big now. Just, So that's a no for you?
No, I don't even want a sequel.
And without Andre the Giant, it's kind of like he was so special in that.
Right. That's the thing, is the casting is perfect. And a lot of those people can't come back and play those parts anymore. And I don't know anybody currently that could play the roles as they had been played.
No. Because there was such... Because they meant it to be cheesy, but they didn't, and it was just, you can't get that anywhere. Because it'd be like the Rocky Horror Picture Show reboot they put on. That's what it would feel like if they did this. Absolutely. Okay, Kevin Feige, who is the mastermind behind the MCU, is going to start working on Star Wars.
I'm kind of excited about that.
I'm okay. Step away from Marvel.
Yeah.
Good. Well, because once again, Disney owns your soul.
I'm excited about it. Yeah. Well, I mean, he's proven a great track record in the Marvelverse, so...
But, and I gotta say this, Chris Evans and Brie Larson, they're excited because they want to be part of it. Get off your high horse. Sorry you don't have a part. I don't think that Star Wars is beautiful because it usually takes new people.
Yeah, I was
I don't want to see
as
a big
much
star.
as I might like to see Chris Evans in anything. Or
nothing.
Brie... It's a family show.
It is.
So that's why I said what I said. Or Brie Larson, for that matter, I'd like to see her. Because I know she's kind of a bone of contention on the panel. I enjoy Brie Larson, but I know some people on the panel do not. I think what works really well for... Say what you will about Daisy Ridley and these new films. She works because she's an unknown. The same thing with John Boyega. As Finn, he works because he's an unknown.
And give us nods to the past.
Yeah, and I think that's, like you said, that's kind of the beauty of Star Wars.
Yeah.
So if there's a new Star Wars, well, whatever Kevin Feige comes up with, if we haven't already bypassed Star Wars' usefulness.
Well, that may be a problem too. Disney CEO commented that the Star Wars universe is expanded too quickly. Yeah. I agree. George Lucas was not pleased with The Force Awakens. That's not a big surprise. So he said there's nothing new. They're trying to remake it. That's kind of the point. Anything George Lucas says at this point about Star Wars, I don't care.
Yeah.
Did you see him direct the first A New Hope? I'm just saying. Yes, it's expanded too quickly. I think that giving us a one movie a year, well, I appreciate it. Shouldn't have happened. Yeah. Star Wars never came out on video for like 4 years, and you didn't. You need 3 years in between. Yeah. Give me a good story. Don't give me a bunch of special effects.
I think they should have pulled from a lot of the universe that was already there in the books, because there was a lot they could have pulled from.
But they don't want to pay for that.
To remake the will. They own it all.
They own the...
Disney owns it all because it's all part of Lucasfilm.
Yeah, but they said it's not anymore.
Well, some of it's not canon and some of it is canon now. It just depends on what they feel like doing. Yeah. Yeah, like the whole Mara Jade thing. She's not part of canon, but she will be if they stick her in here randomly, which I won't be happy about. But
it is what it is.
That's for another podcast.
Oh, we have lots of those. Okay, let's discuss the Joker movie. Again, not excited about this movie. I guess it's great. Really, got the great reviews and all that. What worries me is the what is the feedback that everyone's flipping out saying this is going to cause violence.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger's Joker, I do think, and it's not his fault, but I think the way
into that.
I think the way that it was portrayed definitely, if you have a certain messed up mind, could definitely lead to violence. From everything I'm understanding with this Joker, this one's supposed to be even worse because they make it so that he has good reason to become the Joker, which that's why I don't want to see this movie. I don't want the Joker to have a good reason to become the Joker. I don't want to see his backstory.
Yeah, he is.
But I don't. From what I understand, most cops in most cities now are going to be blackout days. They can't take days off because they're expecting something bad to happen. I'd rather not. I'd rather it didn't get released, honestly.
I kind of have a mixed bag thought on that because I wonder how much of that is really a concern or how much of it is publicity, because Todd Phillips, the director, he went into the studio and said, I'm going to make a Joker movie. So
it's not going to have anything to do with Joker.
No, wait. No. At first, he said, I'm going to make a Joker movie. And then he cast the thing, he started going, and when he started filming, he said, well, it's not really going to follow any source material. Well, he basically lied to the studio saying, I'm going to make a Joker movie, and, I'm going to do... His backstory is going to be DC, it's going to be the Joker. Then when they gave him a bunch of money, and he gave him a cast, and he started filming, he said, well, wait a minute, it's not going to be. He's literally, in my opinion, it sounds like he's made a movie that just happens to have a character that he's decided to call the Joker
with the comic
and sort of paint like the DC Joker.
Yeah.
He's getting a lot of bad press because of that.
That's why I'm not watching the movie.
I'm partially, and that's kind of why I'm not either. But I wonder if part of it is something that the studio is coming out to see if they can drive up ticket sales. Because I know it's been getting really good reviews, but all of us who are comic book nerds and geeks, like the iHeartGeek crew, we want to go see a Joker movie. Well, we know that's not what that's going to be. So why do I need to spend my money to go see something that's not what you told me it was going to be in the first place?
I might wait for it to be on something else.
I'm wondering if, I do have the same kind of fear that maybe it is going to push some sort of violence because we're in a strange place right now anyways. But I also wonder if part of that is just the studio saying, how can we hype this up even more? Because we don't seem to be selling tickets.
It was like that Jonah Hill movie that they figured out, oh, well, you know what, this thing's a turd, so we're going to say that the North Korean government's going to bomb us, and then give it away for free, and no one liked it because it was a terrible movie.
Exactly.
That could be...
I'm hearing he's very successful at festivals, and it's doing quite well.
But those aren't geeks.
But those aren't people who like the Joker.
Yeah.
So, who knows?
Okay.
We'll see, I guess.
Well, speaking of Jonah Hill, he's rumored to enter the Batman universe, the real Batman universe, possibly playing the Penguin. No?
Okay.
No? Oh, I'm hyped about this one, to be completely fair.
I like Jonah Hill in small doses. I don't know if I want him to be my Penguin. But I'm not really hyped about this whole movie anyways.
Just like anything else, on Batman, I will wait to see before I pass judgment. I've been proven wrong certain times and right other times, and I want to be proven wrong. Hey, Mr. Mom was one of the best Batmans there ever was.
Right.
Just saying.
I think we need another Batman movie like we need another Hole in the Head, but don't hate me.
I'm okay with the Batman universe more than a Batman movie.
Yeah.
Just like a Spider-Man. Do we need another Spider-Man movie? No. Spider-Man universe? Yeah, we need that.
Yeah.
So, let's move on with Sean with the fantasy news.
News
from the fantasy. News from the fantasy. News from the fantasy.
Fantasy realm.
News from the fantasy. News from the fantasy. News from the fantasy.
Fantasy realm.
With Sean!
Hello, and welcome back to Fantasy News. I am your reporter, Sean, and as always, this is my co-host, my magical beard. Tonight's top story. It appears that Daenerys of the House Targaryen, the first of her name, the Unburnt, Queen of the Andals, the Rhoynar and the First Men, Queen of Meereen, Khaleesi of the Great Grass Sea, Protector of the Realm, Lady Regent of the Seven Kingdoms, Breaker of Chains and Mother of Dragons may be losing that last part of her title. Reports have been confirmed that Petted, People for the Ethical Treatment of Dragons, has seized her dragons and had pressed formal charges regarding neglect and abuse. This all started when rumor began to circulate that she had chained her dragons up in the basement. When asked for a statement, she replied, "Dracarys." Our man on the street, PB&Jason, suffered third-degree burns but is expected to make a full recovery. Now in sports. The 152nd annual Quidditch Cheer Squad competition is in full swing. We are excited to announce the 3 remaining finalists. The Beaubaton Butterbeers, the Livermore Giggleworts, and the Las Vegas Luck Dragons. This year, the final competition will be a no magic acrobatics display. Imagine that. Good luck to our competitors and be safe. And now for the weather report. Everything was fine until the Keymaster found the gatekeeper. Now we have storm warnings until further notice. That is it for the news. I am your reporter, Sean the Bearded Wonder. Join us tonight for the heartwarming story of a little toaster and his incredible journey to find his way home to his master. Until then, keep on geeking on.
Okay, thank you, Sean, and your magical beard. You look so touched whenever I say his magical beard.
I love the magical beard.
I'm so glad he's part of the show now. Look at that. That makes me so happy. Okay, since we don't get to have comic book corner, since you moved chairs for the day, well, we're gonna cut you another comic book corner, so we're all good.
It's coming.
It's coming. The next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So, I got 2 pieces of news since we don't get to cover the comics. So, new Spider-Man comic with J.J. Abrams and a son about Spider-Man and his son. I don't know what I think about this. J.J. Abrams, have we really seen him in the comic book medium? Mm-mm. That's always scary because a lot of these guys think they can write and they can't.
Yeah, but think of it this way. Because it's comics, we won't get massive amounts of lens flares like we did in Star Trek.
That's a lot of lens flare.
That's a lot of lens flare.
A lot of lens flare. And finally, Superman is set to reveal his identity to the world this December.
Superman? Clark Kent.
This is another stupid money grab by DC. He's one of the few, him and Bruce Wayne, I think, are some of the few that have never really revealed their identity.
Yeah.
Why? Do you have any? You're the resident comic person. Do you have thoughts on this, or do you care?
DC's not doing well numbers wise.
Neither is anybody really.
Yeah. But I looked at the numbers for the month of August because I don't have the September numbers compiled yet. But most of the top selling books and most of the pullback books are Marvel stories, and we're talking about like Venom is one of the top selling books.
Well, it's a great book
of August. And so you've got a bunch of continuing titles that kind of overtake everybody else. And then you've got things like House of X and Power of X, which are really kicking booty. And so's Daredevil is back with its No Gods, Only Devils. And its Rebirth, which is coming out this month, I believe. So I feel like it's just another one of the situations where DC is just trying to play catch up. And the thing that they could think of doing... Let's announce Superman's identity to the world. Like everybody in Metropolis doesn't already know. Well,
let's be honest, the aggregate IQ of the people of Metropolis got to be pretty low.
7.
To be fair, 7. Not even 42. It's just 7. Okay, that's a show, guys. Thanks for sitting and listening to us, talking to us. Check out the website at www.iheartgeekshow.com. Use the com.
We paid extra for it.
Go to the Facebook. Go to the Instagram. This lady runs it. Go to the Twitter. Go to the Smoke Signals. Go to YouTube and subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed yet,
just push the button.
Push the button. It takes 2 seconds.
And say hi to us all on those social media places because we will answer back.
Yes, we always do. And our listener feedback, all that stuff. Listen to our show. It comes out every week. And until next time, I'm Dub.
I'm Miss Geeky Paige.
Keep on geeking on.
You've been listening to iHeartGeek. Our Twitter account is @iHeartGeekShow. Hope you enjoyed the show.